again and again.
What are we doing?
The Triple M Grill Team NRL recovery session.
Doing my head in.
For Coates Hire. Coates Hire will help make your job happen. 13 15 52 or coateshire.com.au.
Yeah, if you love your league, be here 7 a.m. every Monday morning. The most comprehensive wrap of round 13 starts right now on the Grill Team.
Yeah, round 13 wrapped up, and some terrific performances over the weekend. The Bulldogs, not one of them. We touched on a little bit earlier, but boys, oh, wow. Now, they've got a really big game. I mean, the fans are running out of patience if they're not exhausted of it already. They've got the Dragons on Monday. So it doesn't get any easier because the Dragons are playing terrific football.
They sure are, and they're playing super tough at the moment. And it's not just the fact they're losing, it's just the way they're losing as well. The crowd and on social media, they're bullish, Dragons and Bulldog supporters. But Bulldog supporters are coming out and saying, I don't mind losing. I don't feel like everyone's given it 100%. And also, we're just losing so ugly.
And the headlines around Clemmer don't help. Clemmer's asked for release, all that to it. But MG, let's look at the positive in that game yesterday. Geez, the Panthers were good. And a new look team, new look spine. So Moylan in the 6, Dylan Edwards was good at fullback, Mitch Rame terrific at 9, and Cleary, of course, in the 7. Do you like that new look?
I love that new look. And also the source back, Josh Mansour on the wing, who's an extra forward.
Doesn't he make a massive difference?
He profound difference. Because you know that the forwards have got an extra body to help him go forward. And, you know, yesterday, Matty Moylan at 5'8" just looks natural. Just like when Lockyer went there from fullback at the Broncos. Yeah. It was a fait accompli that he was going to be a star there. Mitch Rame.
So lock it in, MG. He stays there.
You've got to lock it in.
Especially with Edwards so good at fullback.
Well, Edwards is one of them players who can play both fullback, wing, centre. So you've got to have him in the side somewhere. And look, I know they played against an underman Dogs yesterday. No James Graham.
Who have you got this weekend, Penrith?
Raiders in Bathurst.
Okay.
Taking the away game to Bathurst.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah.
So, look, that's 3 in a row for the Panthers. So all of a sudden they're a win outside the 8. So I'm one happy mountain man.
Boys, Friday night, Billy Slater.
Wow.
All eyes were on Slater to see what he did. He just destroyed Newcastle. He was so good. There's talk, though, that Queensland are still split, that some want Billy, but some of the selectors are saying, well, we'll wait and watch. Maybe Valentine Holmes into the side and keep Darius at fullback. We couldn't be so lucky, could we?
Leave Billy out.
Please.
Okay, great idea.
You're Gene Miles, okay? Gene, what do you do, mate?
Straight away, mate. Billy straight into fullback. You put slip Darius onto the wing. That's what you do. Darius is... I mean, but Attila's going to decide it. Was Valentine Holmes versus Billy, Thursday night, Storm versus Sharks. Come around at a fair time.
It was a wonderful first round game as well, wasn't it? When they played each other, and you know, a lot of people are saying that they're probably going to be the grand final again. They're two form sides.
Well, sometimes players get that up here after being omitted, and Billy Slater did that. I think Trent Merrin did it yesterday to a certain degree as well.
Yep.
Even though New South Wales won easily, some players hate being omitted from rep footy.
Of course they do.
And Slater, he said, "Get that up here." I dare not to pick me.
Yeah. They've got to pick him.
Oh, man, he's electric. It doesn't matter about his age. He's had 2 years off. He can play till he's 37.
Yeah.
Given the fact that he's so mobile and so energetic, and he treats his body like a temple.
Like an amusement park. Manly versus Canberra yesterday, terrific game at Lotto Land. 21-20 in Golden Point. Daly Cherry Evans was man of the match. He was superb. So was Dylan Walker. Really good form at the moment. Tapau is good, strong. Mate, got to say, the Raiders, mate, they're now starting to get under a little bit of pressure.
They certainly are, and Manly were fantastic yesterday, and the fact that they had quite a good crowd there as well, Sunday afternoon footy, good weather and so forth. But the thing that I can't cop with Daly Cherry Evans, though, is the fact that he sort of seems to talk down to people when he talks afterwards, rather than just saying he's happy. He goes, Canberra did a really good job there. They're a really well-coached side. I don't care what you think about the coaching of Canberra. Just be happy that you had a win, mate, and stop making out as if you're better than the rest of us. He's annoying. Sorry. I didn't want to say anything, but I've said it.
Don't worry. That's all right. Everyone's entitled to their say, Gus.
Thank you.
Jordan Rapana, man, he was unbelievable. Where does he sit, do you reckon? As far as best players in the game, like when they went, as they were coming out onto the field yesterday, your brother-in-law, Greg Alexander, said Jordan Rapana, probably at the moment the best player in the competition. And I was sitting there and I thought, hard to argue. It's unbelievable the influence he has on games.
Well, he's leading the Daly M's as far as wingers go. I think he's leading the try scorers.
What about the line breaks and tackle breaks?
Unbelievable.
He's got spiders on him. People go, I'm not touching him.
Unbelievable.
Him and Vunivalu are the two best wingers in the comp, and both of them can't play Origin, which is a shame.
Yeah, real shame. we do something?
Well,
Let's do New South
Don't know,
Wales.
were they born in Campbelltown or something?
Yeah, of course they were. And a tough weekend for a number of players because they've got to back up from State of Origin. But, gee, some of the performances from some of the players were sensational. Frizzell and Dugan for the Dragons, but Boyd Cordner, mate, how mighty is Boyd Cordner?
Yeah, he's had an unbelievable week and fantastic game on Saturday night, which was one of the toughest. It was like, I know it wasn't nothing, not quite Origin, but it was really tough.
It was a real arm wrestle.
Oh.
Wasn't it? In that wet, slippery, tricky conditions.
25 minutes there after half-time before around the 65th minute, it just went back and forth, no errors, hardly any penalties. The referees put the whistle away again. I think the refs have done a reasonable job this weekend after backing up from Origin.
Gus, there's definitely been a directive, I think, to say, right, let's start blowing less
Let 'em
penalties.
play. Yeah.
I also, I like that to a certain extent. The problem with the bloke who was the patron saint of not giving away penalties was Bill Harrigan.
Yeah.
Bill Harrigan is famously once in an Origin 1994, the penalty count was 0-0. The problem can get sometimes is that when we'd be refereed by Billy, we knew we didn't want to blow penalties. So you'd lay on and lay on and you knew where the line was. So, there was one point yesterday, I was looking at the high, they did the Eagle Cam, the high shot over at the top of the Bulldogs-Panthers game. Mate, Bulldogs at one point were dead set 2 metres in front of the referee. All of them. And yet that's in a situation where you go, come on.
Yeah.
You got to blow the whistle. You got to penalise.
Yeah, or say to them, hey, I know I'll let that one go, but get back with me and then penalise them. But Boyd Cordner was just absolutely immense.
Oh, he was almost the player of the round after captaining his state for the first time, and what an honour that is to back up and play in such a torrid game against, and full marks to Broncos as well because they had players backing up and they came to play.
There was a moment. I was watching the game on Friday. On Saturday, the Tigers game, and you understood how tough he's backing up from Origin. They kicked downfield. The first time Tedesco picked the ball up and returned the ball, he was like, you could almost see the rust coming off him. You know what I mean? He was that sore.
It's like he had calipers on his legs.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Right, boys, it's time for Paul Better Best. My Paul for the weekend, look, it goes without saying, it's got to be the Bulldogs. Better, the Parramatta Eels, who are just, slowly making their way up the table, sort of under the radar, and are going to get a lot better when that Corey Norman, Mitchell Moses combination sets in. And the best of the weekend, the Penrith Panthers, who struck back to form.
For me, Paul with the Dogs, better the Roosters, and best Manly.
Yeah. Doggies, obviously. Broke all types of records yesterday, records that they don't want to be reminded of. Panthers are better. I think they're starting to get a bit of a mojo back, and that new look spine, as we spoke about earlier, looks really, really, really good. My best is Para. Para now 8th. Gutho, the Mr. Fix-It.
How good is he?
He's leading the point scorer, equal leader of the point scoring, and he's one of them players who just you need at your club.
Yeah.
He's a go-getter. He's unfashionable, but what he does is he's got another man of the match on the weekend. I just love the way he plays. Yeah. If I was a CEO of some club, he's the bloke I'd be chasing.
Just a great character, got a great attitude. Smooth FM, listen to Mofo. Hey, I know it's sorry.
So just quickly, will Moses even play in the Parramatta first team once a few blokes come back from injury with Bevan French there and Gutherson playing? They'll find a spot.
Yeah, I'd play him halfback.
All right, it's that time of the week. It is.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
This one goes to the Queensland Origin selectors who are thinking about not putting Cohen Hess in their forward pack.
Come on, man.
Even and shock horror, the man leading the chorus or the rhetoric is Paul Green, his club coach, saying he's not ready for it.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Mate, if you're playing first grade and you're coming third in the top scoring try list on 9 tries, you're ready for Origin. This bloke is ready for Origin. Some blokes are born to play Origin, and when I look at Cohen Hess, who's playing for the Cowboys at the moment, he's one such fellow.
Come on, man!
It looks like Ivan Drago.
He does, and he plays. Look, you know what? He's a bit raw. He's going to make mistakes. But what better way to throw him in when you say that Queensland are at the moment thinking, well, we've got nothing to lose, or have we? I'd put him in. I'd put him straight in.
Ooh,
You wouldn't?
Well, I'm just thinking game 2. If you do pick Slater, right, and you do drop O'Neill, and you sort of reshuffle that. Just stick with those blokes that have done it for so many years. Like, you've got to think of a decade they've dominated. Even your Nate Miles and that sort of stuff. I know that they're probably at the end of their career, but
I hope you're right.
You know,
I hope you're right.
Come on, man.
That's the NRL recovery session on the Triple M Grill team for Coates Hire.